Hello there, this is DBT and this is Art of Runes. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8, and today I'm gonna be doing a multiplayer protest of the beauty that you see on the screen right now, and that is of course the TVR Sagaris. The regular version, not to be confused with the special edition version, the one with the big wing, and although that one is also beautiful. But no, I'm gonna try the regular one because this is a card that recently surprised me quite a bit when I drove it for the first time. Because I really only recently proed it out, and well, let's see how good or bad it is. Before I jump into it though, if you like my content, you know what to do. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. Doing those things help the channel to grow, and that makes YouTube to recommend this to more people, and in that way, DBT can continue doing these videos for you. But alright, so, TVR Sagaris. Now this is a card from Class D, and that is perfectly fine because the multiplayer series just started recently, and I need to rank up a little bit to eventually get to higher classes and whatnot. But yeah, this is a card of the bracket of 1320, rank exactly of 1320, so it's theoretically in the middle in terms of performance, but I should probably show it to you with the tuning kit. And there it is with the tuning kit and everything, so there you go. But man, what an absolute looker of a card. Just look at this thing. Now, normally I wait longer to show you the color options for the cards, but I'm just gonna go right ahead into it because man, this thing looks absolutely bonkers. This is probably one of the coolest color, dual tone colors in the game. There's a lot of cards that have dual tones, but this mixture of the blue with the red is absolutely beautiful. Now, it does have some other colors that are also kind of cool. For example, this dual tone of green and another different tone of green. We got this two blue with the slightly, I don't know, you can see it's two tones, right? We got it also in purple-ish, or whatever color this is, with red. We got it also in a straight up blue, very metallic blue, in orangey, slightly yellowy, red with a dash of orange. You can kind of see it around here where the light reflects, and straight up in silver. Now, of course, I'm gonna drive it in the cool color because, well, that is the cool color. So let me get into multiplayer and do some races, and I'll talk about how this car surprised me. Now, to be 100% honest with you, I don't even remember how I acquired this car. I know that it did take a long time for me to get it though, because for the longest time this was a car that was sold for tokens, so I couldn't really get it because the tokens at the time were not free to play and I wasn't buying tokens for money. But at some other point, not too long ago, probably within the last year, I acquired this car, maybe through a master key. I don't even know. Did I do it maybe in that video where I used master keys? I don't even know. The point is that I acquired this car at some point, and also very recently I decided to pro it because I wanted to make this video for a while. And I was like, yeah, I should probably do the protest of this car simply because it's such a cool looking car. That has always been a thing in my mind. The fact that the colors, specifically this main color that it has, looks so cool, so unique. It reminds me a little bit of the Tomato P72 in Class A. That also has some really funky color options. So yeah, I always thought, man, this is one really cool car. I should probably make a protest on it. And like I said, I recently proed it out because, you know, I realized that I've been getting a lot of resources. I still have a lot of direct upgrades and whatnot. So I'm like, yeah, I might as well use them for something, right? So I upgraded this thing just with the idea of making a video on it. But something else happened and I couldn't actually record a video with this car that I wanted. This must have been like a week ago or something. So I was like, okay, another time it will be. And then it must have been 2 weeks ago when the series began last time. I don't know, whatever. But then, like I said, I did have this car proed out, and I'm like, yeah, at some point I should make a video. I should make a video. And well, today is the day when I do it. But the reality is that, like I said, since I proed it recently, I hadn't really driven this car. And technically yesterday, in order to start making some progress into this classic series or classic season of multiplayer, I was like, what car should I drive? Let me drive this thing. And I drove it for the first time, and I was like, holy moly, this car is something else. Now, obviously, I haven't talked about what makes it something else. I'll get to it. But for now, I got a third place, very solid, defeated by a DB9 Coupe, which is one of the metas in this bracket, defeated by a Subalt, but I did beat another DB9 Coupe, Morgan, the Asphalt, and everyone else was on boosted or on the ranked or both. So let's keep going. As usual, as I always say, all of these races are sequential. There's no cherry picking. Whatever happens, happens. You can see my race counter over here. So yeah, just thought of mentioning it again. Now it's kind of funny and slightly topical that all of this happened without me knowing that this is one of the newest cars being added in Asphalt Legends Unite. I know that some of you guys watching this video don't play Asphalt Legends Unite, so it's fine. But I just wanted to mention that literally just today, technically, by the time I'm recording this, this car was added into ALU. So ALU is standing for Asphalt Legends Unite, but yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. All right, so what makes this car amazing? Well, it's not the nitro. Now, that's not to say that it has bad nitro or anything. I think it has pretty usable. Oh, you mother lover. You had to push me to the other side, didn't you? The nitro, it's quite usable. It's not amazing, but it's not bad by any means. Quite all right. Now, what really surprised me about this car was the handling, because holy moly, this car has... Oh, sorry, buddy. This car has some handling. I think the very first race that I did with this car was in... I can never remember the name of tracks. But you know that track in Transylvania, where at the very start you start going downhill towards the lake that is on the left side, and you do a very wide turn around the lake to the left? Some of you may know which one I'm talking about. The point is that I think that was the very first race that I got to do with this car when I tried it yesterday. And realizing that I was able to do that entire turn no problem just by steering it, because the handling on this thing is so smooth. I'm like, holy macaronis. The handling of this thing, it's really, really smooth. Now, is it the best handling of all of this class, or rather this this bracket? I don't know, but it definitely feels really, really smooth, and I don't know, I was like very surprised by it. All right, got defeated by a Project Infinity Black Special Edition, whatever. A Morgan and Mercedes-Benz SLK, another Special Edition, but I did beat the DB9 Coupe, and that's it. Everybody else on Booster on the rank. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Let's get to another race. Now, to be fair, I actually wanted to do another episode on Vroomy Face-Off, but once again, since the multiplayer series or season just began, well, currently I'm in the lowest league, so I could only do Class D cars, and while I could do one like that, I actually have already planned what is going to be the next Face-Off. It's going to be in Class A, and it's going to be pretty epic. But I can give you details as to it right now. Some of you already kind of guessed it in comments of the previous ones, but either way, yeah, it's a pretty epic one, so yes, now I just need to get to the correct league to start playing with Class A, or maybe even get to Elite, and it doesn't matter if I lose points or whatever. But anyway, coming back to the TVR Sagaris. Another very interesting thing about this car that took me a very long time to realize is the fact that it has this little spoiler slash... Yeah, that's not a wing, it's a spoiler. It's transparent. Like, what? Now, in real life, I don't know what that's made of. Is it some sort of silicone or hard silicone or what? I don't know. I doubt it's glass, but yeah, it's peculiar. I mean, why is it transparent? I don't know. Probably it doesn't serve any purpose, but I think it's very unique, very special about this car, so there you go. But yeah, overall it's a very cool looking car, but I mean, it looks cool already, but then again, the special... Oh, I should have picked up that nitro, I'm fine. The special edition version of this, look at this turning that it does, man. Oh, it's so clean, man. I'm telling you, the handling on this is next level, in my opinion. Subjective opinion, all right? Before someone comes like, DBT, that's actually not that good. This other car is... All right, so first place, defeating the Aston Martin DB9 Coupe, Servo, Project Black S Special Edition, another Servolt Amira, though that's on the rank. Servolt, and that is that. Oh, well, this one counts as well. Oh, so very beautiful car. The BMW M2. That's another car that I want to make a test on, but, well, have to wait. Now, since I ranked up and it sent me out to the menu, I took the opportunity to change the color of the car. Again, don't get me wrong, the base color looks absolutely amazing, but I'm curious to see the other colors of the car as well, so yeah, let's check it out. But yeah, man, I'm telling you, this handling on this car is what really surprised me. In the same way that I was extremely surprised by that, what is it called? That electric... It's a Mercedes-Benz. Is it electric? No, maybe it's not electric. No, it's not. Okay, whatever. Some Mercedes-Benz that I realized that it has an absolutely bonkers level of perfect nitro, while the triple tap is actually pretty bad. That car was a massive surprise to me when I played it, because like, whoa, first time that I'm playing it and I'm noticing this amazing, kind of the same thing happened, but yeah. I was saying that in terms of the design of the car, this car already looks super dope, but the special edition of this car, it's this but better, because it has a huge wing, so I don't know, I think it looks pretty dope. But to be fair, even without the wing, this still looks kind of nice, so yeah. That actually makes me a little bit sad, the situation with the BXR. I always get confused with these two brands with the 3 letters, but anyway. With the BXR Special Edition, because, okay, so this is the base version of this car, right? And like I just mentioned, the Special Edition version of this car for the Chinese year, which was, what, the year of the rat, I think. I'm not sure, but either way, it has the body kit, or at least the very big wing and whatnot, right, and the livery and all of that. There is also the BXR Bailey Blade GT1, which is in Class B. That's the base version, and there is a special edition version, which was the one for the year of the Ox, which looks pretty dope. The livery looks amazing. But the one thing that disappoints me when I compare it to this particular case of the special edition versus the regular one is that the BXR did not get a ginormous wing. And that would have looked fantastic. Just like this car looks pretty dope as it is, but with the ginormous wing, it looks even fantastic. I don't think that's how you say it, but still. Alright, defeated by a DB9 Coupe, which again, meta over here, but hey, still close enough. Defeated a BMW M2, Servolt, Morgan, another Servolt, Countach 25th anniversary, and yet another Servolt. Man, people are really loving that Servolt, huh? Alright, let's check out how good or bad this thing drifts. Spiral Drift test, let's go! Clifftop Drum, by the way, I think that is the name of the track that I was saying earlier with the big turn in Transylvania or whatever. Yeah, I think that's the one. But anyway, let's see how good or bad this thing drifts, though I'm pretty sure it drifts pretty alright. Here we go. Now let's keep in mind that this is Class D, so they're not particularly or insanely fast, but hey, that was pretty good drift. I had to release the button a lot in order to not hit the inside. Alright, here we go with attempt number 2. And I'm going to start a little bit wider. Yeah, look at that. Look at all the releases that I gotta do in order to not hit the inside. Yeah, no, this is absolutely very usable. As always, also in the opposite direction for the sake of, well, seeing how it works. I did change the color of the car once again. This is the dual tone blue. Man, look at that. It looks also really damn cool, I'm telling you. The colors on this car just makes it worth it just like that, you know? I mean, I always say this one feels assisted. I didn't do a great job, but trust me, this thing drifts quite alright, if not straight up good. Now, this is not gonna be a clean overtake, but just listen to the sounds that the other car is gonna make. I had never heard that booming noise at the start of a race when it's warming up. That's very interesting. All right, let's finish this up. Might as well hit the wall. But let me find a car that I can do a better or a cleaner overtake. Now, I find it a little funny how in this class, for example, it's giving me cars of a much lower rank, so this is absolutely 100% overtakeable cleanly. Check this out. That already tested it, but still. Yeah, look at that. That's as clean as that's gonna get, so I'm just gonna run with it and say that this is the definitive one. But yeah, there's the time to wall. Good, bad, who knows? And by the way, if you're gonna get a heart and a pin, you need to leave me the key phrase, which for today is going to be the TVR Sagaris, special edition or not, looks great. First person to post it gets the heart, a pin, you know how that whole thing works, right? So, alright. I did want to mention another thing about this car, and I already forgot what it was. I had it perfectly in my mind right as I was waiting for this race, and then I remember, oh yeah, I need to give you the key phrase, and then it completely flew off, so... Okay, another thing that I did want to say, I don't know that that was the same one that I was thinking of, but one thing that I think it's kind of funny about this car is that, to a certain extent, very short, how long ago was it? A couple days ago, I think, I made a video on, what was it? It was Class S, Agile car, what was it? I don't remember. See, that's how bad my memory is. But anyway, I made a video talking about a certain car, whatever it was Agile, and I was saying how it's not uncommon in this game to have these Agile cars with bad nitro. That's kind of like a certain archetype in the game nowadays. But for example, this car is completely the opposite. Now, that's not to say that, once again, like I mentioned at the start, it's not the most amazing nitro out there, but this is very agile, and the nitro is pretty good. So that's kind of dope. But once again, maybe I'm wrong. I remember when I did the video on the Beetle Turbo something, and I was saying that I was amazed at the nitro, and then people were like, DVT, that's terrible nitro for that bracket, because apparently depending on the bracket, the nitro durations can be really different. You know, what feels like an amazing nitro for Class B or Class A or something is like, no, for this particular bracket, that's the norm. If not, it's actually bad for it. But either way, that's another first place. Defeating a DSC-10's BMW in Special Edition, Countach 25th. This is unboosted. Alright, I think you get the idea, right? Let's get to the next race. Oh, and by the way, don't forget that the content creator gift links are back up. That's right, you can get again your boosters, your fusion coins. The link to mine is obviously in the description, so go ahead, claim your stuff for the month of September October, because I imagine it's gonna cover a little bit part of October, and summer, mid, late October we shall get new links again, hopefully. But yeah, go ahead, claim your stuff, because hey, free stuff is free stuff, so might as well. But yeah, so still very surprised about the car. I find it like a pleasure. I find it to be a pleasure to drive just because of how good the handling is. I did notice it in a couple of races when I was playing with it, when I, let's say, discovered the car and its power. I did encounter a couple of times where the car scad. In case you don't know, scad is the past tense of a skid, according to DVT. So I guess because of the really good handling, or what seems to be really good handling. Oh, look at that! Look at that! It just did it! It just did it! Oh, look at that! That was perfect timing. Yeah, it just scad right there for absolutely no reason. I wasn't even trying to steer at that point. I don't think I was. But anyway, so yeah, I guess because of the good handling, it does this thing where it can be a little bit unstable. There's a few cars, I don't remember which one, but I remember finding out that some car was very... it was probably on Class S or something, but it was like very finicky in certain sidewalks. And someone in the comments told me like, yeah, there's some cars that, for some reason, they are super affected by sidewalks in this game, while there's some other cars that just don't care about them at all. So, I don't know, maybe this is one of those cars that is kind of finicky because of the high handling. Skiddy, once again, not insanely skiddy. You see how many races I've done, and it has only scad. It has only scad once on me, but still gives you an idea that indeed it might be a little bit something to keep in mind when you're driving this car. Whoa, boy, Citadel crash. This is gonna be fun. Now, it could work very well with my car, given the good handling, if I manage to do the turn properly and get into the ramp, which probably I won't. I'll probably just end up hitting the outside of the tunnel, and that'll be that, and I'll be in last place. It's fine. Maybe not last place. A lot of people are ought to commit that same mistake. And yes, I did change the color once again. Now I made it into green. All right, yeah, you can see that the acceleration is not amazing by any means. Now, granted, the Countach does accelerate very nicely in this bracket, but yeah, you can see how they just passed me like that. Though, once again, oh god. No, I'm fine. No, I'm not fine. Oh, come on! I did it. It did it so good that I overdid the steering to the right. Oh, man. Well, once again, that proves that the steering on this car is definitely strong. Very, very strong. But what was I saying? Oh, yeah. Ooh, what just happened? Two people just got destroyed over there. They just committed some self-unaliving. All right, well, I'll take it. That just gained me a couple of positions, so not bad. But yeah, overall, I would say this is definitely one of those cars that it's very fun to drive. If not meta, I don't know that you could consider this meta, because once again, the handling isn't. I mean, the acceleration is nothing to write home about. But still, a very fun car to drive, because once again, really good handling with pretty good nitro makes it into a very enjoyable car to be using. Now, do people do the teleport trick over here or not? No, I don't think they do. There's some ranks in which it's not ideal to do the teleport trick because your car is too slow, and in trying to do it, you will actually end up respawning way far behind. But okay, whatever. Fourth place, listen. Given what happened, I still think it's a relatively good result, defeated by the DB9 Coupe, Countach, Showboat, but I did beat a DB9, a Countach, a DSC-10s, and another DB9, and another DB9. Jesus Christ, that car is really being spammed nowadays, huh? Ooh, shout out to Ghost87 for wearing the DBT hoodie right there. Lovely stuff. They look very handsome, buddy. Alright, I guess we're gonna do a bit of a test of nitro in Monaco. Once again, I've looked this up a bunch of times by now, how to pronounce that word. Azure, whatever. And I can never remember. Right, I see a couple of Countach's. I'm just gonna go chill from the start with perfect nitro. And see what happens. Now, there's always a very high chance that someone might push me, and I might end up crashing and stop pushing me, buddy. Ghost. You mother... You don't deserve to be wearing the DBT hoodie. How dare you crash as well. Alright. Yeah, well... Ah, Jesus Christ, dude. Alright, Mr. Ghost, you're letting me down. You're letting me down massively for that aggressive driving style. You wearing the DBT hoodie, I kind of appreciate it still, because, you know, still kind of a cool hoodie, but hey, still, I don't know that I can forgive you. Forgive you? Jesus. Alright, yeah, I wanted to test my nitro. I don't think I can at the moment, because you can see this race has been a bunch of messes happening all around. So, mother frogger, Jesus. Oh my God, these people. The funny part is that I'm still pulling ahead of that servo that keeps on crashing with me and driving like absolute. I don't even know what to say without being especially insulting. But anyway, still, as I was saying, very, very, very fun car to drive, this one, so can appreciate that. Looks fantastic. The color options are absolutely amazing. So hey, what's not to like about this car? Once again, maybe if you want to rank up quickly, this will not be the car to use. But if you just want to drive in this bracket and have some fun with a car that looks super dope, and honestly, not a ton of people have seen them drive it, well, you know, this could be a good opportunity if you own the car. And if there is an opportunity for you, mother lover, to unlock the car. Jesus, people are just dirty players, huh? Mother. I'm fine. If you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, all of that good stuff, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.